I want to say this right now as a disclaimer. My experiences after breastfeeding is not going to stop me from breastfeeding my next child. Hey, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know who I am, or if you forgot because I've been gone so long, my name is Robin, and I have a son. He is currently 1.5 years old. Well, on the 27th, he'll be 1.5. I've been experiencing some pretty good changes in my body that I thought that I would share with everyone since I stopped breastfeeding. As I'm pretty sure you can see by the name of the video, this is a video about I guess post breastfeeding, things that you experience after you stop breastfeeding. I keep looking out the window, so I noticed that right before I stopped breastfeeding and kind of during, I was looking up a lot of videos on YouTube, which I didn't really see a lot of videos on. I think I only saw 2 videos, maybe 3, I don't know. And they were helpful, but I mean there wasn't a lot to go on. It wasn't a good enough. There wasn't enough content out there to kind of help educate me as a mom that just got done breastfeeding and what to expect, you know. So I just wanted to, I guess, put my experience out there to, you know, help the next mom that's curious to know, like, what should I expect after I stopped breastfeeding. You know, I want to say this right now as a disclaimer. My experiences after breastfeeding is not going to stop me from breastfeeding my next child. I started breastfeeding my son at the beginning of May. His 1-year birthday was on the 27th at the end of the month. So pretty much the last month before he turned 1. He was just getting too old, and not too old, but he wasn't eating as much to me, I guess. And I was, no, that's not true. He was still eating and he was fine with it, but I personally just wanted my body back. Okay, so yeah, so it took probably like a month and a half before the milk actually dried up, and once it did, everything went downhill. Emotionally, my emotion, it took a toll on me. And I want to say this just because I feel like I was affected so much by it, because they're my breasts, you know. I spent years, my life, taking care of them, making sure that they were pretty, you know, keeping them up, you know, trying to keep them lively, you know what I mean? So, and I was extremely successful at it. So, yeah, like that was one of my biggest fears, was they weren't going to be pretty anymore. You know, I wasn't going to be satisfied with them. And this is just for me, like my own feelings toward them, you know, me liking them. So, so once the milk dried up, I went from super round boobs, they were flat. I mean, it was like my hand, they were just flat up against my body. They were just flat. There was nothing in them except the little duck, whatever stuff that's in there. That was it. They were just hanging, and it was depressing. Like, I was super sad about it. I don't want to say I felt like less of a woman or anything, but I was sad, and it makes me sad right now thinking about it. It was sad. It was so sad. I used to get caught up in the mirror, like after I got done bathing, and I would get stuck in the mirror just staring at myself, crying. Like, I shouldn't have felt so ugly about myself for doing something so beautiful like breastfeeding my son. I feel like wipe the tears up. Like, I would just get really emotional about the fact that, one, I loved my breast. That was like my favorite part of my body besides my legs. I loved them. I was taught at a young age to take care of myself as a whole and to take care of my breast, and that's what I did. And I just wasn't aware of how much of a toll breastfeeding would take on them. I love breastfeeding my son, and sometimes I miss it. We're way past that, but sometimes I miss it, and I don't regret doing it. But I mean, it still didn't change the fact that I was really sad about the outcome of them. They were super, super saggy, super, super loose. It was terrible. Like, it was to describe the, I guess, not texture, but the feel of it. It's like getting a Ziploc bag and filling up halfway with water. That's how I felt. Like, just the looseness of it. I mean, and when I would put a bra on, I would have that huge, huge slope, that gap in between my breast and the bra. It was terrible. It was terrible. I hated going bra shopping. I didn't go bra shopping for a while. Probably for like, I think I finally got a good bra in like August. Yeah, I finally got a good bra in August. So basically I went the whole summer with the bad bra. And one of the first things that you hear is get a good bra. After you start breastfeeding, get a good bra. And I didn't do that. So that's probably why I went so long with having saggy, deflated, droopy boobs. That's probably why. And I did a lot of research on like how to make them better, how to make them more firm, and blah blah blah, whatever. I even was doing like workouts to kind of like help lift the muscle to like bring them back up, but I don't know if any of that worked or anything. I do want to say I feel like getting a better bra. I got like 4 good bras. I got 2 from Target. I got the 2-pack. That was it was a 2-pack. I think it was like $19.99. And currently right now, I think I'm a 38 double D. Before I stopped breastfeeding, I was a 38 triple D. And before I got pregnant, I was a 36D. So yeah. So I really think getting a good bra really helps. So yeah, I got the 2 from Target, and then I got 2 from Macy's. They were, I think, like 40 bucks each. No. I got 2 from Macy's and they were 20 bucks each. Yeah, because I remember going to Target that same day.
That was like a 2-pack of 20, and I just paid 20 for 2 of these.
But yeah, yeah, that's what I got to start, and it really helped. It really helped support me, and even though I did have that like super gap in between here, it really, I think that's what really helped, bring the girls back to life. Because right now, I'm so happy to say 6 months after, pretty much, after stop breastfeeding, they're not as perky as before. I mean, they're not like super, super saggy. Of course, when you have your bra for too long, gravity takes over, but it's not as bad as before. When I tell you, like, my skin of my boobs was like, the skin of my boobs were like flat up against my chest. Like, it was so flat. It was such a dramatic difference than what I was used to. So I had to like delete some footage. I was running out of space. So yeah, pretty much my boobs were super flat. To summarize that. So basically from September to November, which is what it is, it's like early November, and I feel like that's when a lot of the change really took place. I started to notice that they were getting fuller, but they were getting fuller. They were getting less squishy, but there wasn't like a huge difference. There wasn't a huge difference, but they were getting less squishy, and but still, like I said, I was kind of accepting the fact that that's what it was gonna be. So I wasn't like taking notes, you know what I mean? Until I want to say last week or so, when I really took notice to the fact that, oh, wait a minute, my girls look like they filling out a little bit, and that they would stay, that they would stay perkier longer. That was a big thing that I know when you take your bra, gravity hits, but they would stay perky longer. Because before, like I said, I had that slope, that gap. But now, like before, I couldn't wear a shirt like this. Like I couldn't wear a shirt like this and it looked like this, you know? Like they look great. Of course, I'm gonna pull that up because, you know, that's not how I get down. But yeah, I wouldn't have that, and I'm just so grateful. I started noticing like how they would fit in the bras more. Like I don't have that gap anymore. That gap is gone. Like I don't have that gap. They're rounder. They're not like perky like they used to be. They're not like, you know, up here without a bra. They do hang a tad bit lower, which is okay, you know. It's better than what it was before. So they're much rounder. They're not that watery feel anymore. They're firmer. They're not like young. They're not youthful boobs. I'm 27, so I'm still youthful, but they're not like 18, 19, 21, you know what I mean? They're, for what they are, they're great, you know? For breastfeeding for almost a year, they're great. And I just wanted to share that because, I mean, I honestly thought that, I was told that they would get better, but I wasn't, like, assured that they were going to be, like, this good. So there's a chance that you may have saggy boobs now, or they may be, like, they may be in the beginning stages of trying to come back, or you may have just stopped, you know what I mean? So I just want to say, I guess I'm just making this video, I guess, to kind of give some hope to someone out there. So I want to say, I guess, like, the point of this video is more so to bring awareness to the fact that there may be some dark clouds coming after you stop breastfeeding. You know, you may, like, I wasn't expecting to be so sad about it for that long. It was just so much change at once. I just wasn't expecting it. And I kind of wish that I knew about it, you know what I mean? Like, I wish someone gave me a heads up about it. Like how they're shedding light on postpartum depression. You don't really hear too much about after you stop breastfeeding. You know, you get to really see, once you get your body back, you get to really see what you're left with. So, yeah, I just want to put that out there, you know, that you may be a little sad, be sad for a while, but eventually they might come back. They may come back, you know. They're not going to be what they used to be, but if you get you a good bra, like they told me, one of my cousins is a mom. So if you get yourself a good bra, you know, you may get something back. I'm hoping that, I kind of hope I'm, like, putting this out there in the right way. I should have wrote down my thoughts, whatever, but I just kind of wanted to speak from the heart and my own experiences and not so much sound like bullet point 1, 2, and 3. You know what I mean? So I'm just happy that the final outcome that I thought they were going to be isn't what they are. I just had this notion in my mind that having a beautiful child, I was going to always have the short end of the stick, and it's not that way. You don't have to have the short end of the stick being a mom. And that's where I want to leave this video. We give up so much as moms, and we feel like we're at a loss, but we're not. And just like our bodies go through so much change to have them, it can change back. It can give it to us back and more, as long as we're taking care of ourselves, you know, like getting a good bra, helping to take care of them, you know, eating right, exercising, loving ourselves, even when it's bad, even when we feel like that's it. You know, I had to love past that. So I had to love myself past what I thought it was, what I thought the end results were gonna be. So I just want to say, you know, it doesn't have to be negative. I had to clean myself up again. You know, they did a great job with breastfeeding your kid. Love them for that. And that was kind of like what I had to realize. You know, like they went through so much, bites, long nights. You know, they need time to rest. They need time to rest, so it's going to take them a while to come back to what they used to be. So, you know, don't hate them, you know, mistreat them and dislove them because they want to rest right now. And it's so funny to me think about it. They just wanted to rest. They needed time to recuperate. Love your boobs, let them rest, and they'll come back. They'll come back. Get you a good bra to support them, and they'll come back. Okay, so basically I just want to give you guys an overview on what they look like. So this is a lightly lined bra. There's no padding. It's pretty much all me. So yeah, so this is what they look like. Like, they look really good. Yeah, this is the cleavage of the girls. They look great. Like I said, I don't have that gap like I used to have. They're just I mean, what can I say? I'm happy. Like, I'm so happy. If you're currently done breastfeeding and you're in the stage of what the fuck, I mean, what is up with this, or what's down with these, you know, like, no matter what stage you're in, I really hope this video helps you, and just love yourself to the other side. And thank you guys so much for watching. Be looking out for more content on my channel. Love yourself.